Welcome to our Warhammer 40,000 lore series. In this episode, we embark on an in-depth exploration of one of the most ambitious and pivotal undertakings in the history of the Imperium, the Primarch Project. Conceived by the Emperor of Mankind, this project aimed to create 20 superhuman leaders, each embodying the pinnacle of human potential to lead the Imperium's armies in the Great Crusade and beyond. The massive scientific effort to create the Primarchs before the start of the Unification Wars in the 30th millennium was known as the Primarch Project. It is unknown exactly when the project began, but Picciarobbo would later estimate his own birth to be the year 792 Emma, which gives an approximate date for the project's end, though he was referring to his arrival on Olympia, the means by which the Emperor crafted 20 individual superhuman genomes using his own arcane perpetual genetic code as the base without resorting to the use of cloning is unknown. To present imperial science, there was a two-stage process involved. First, the Emperor extracted a subset of his own DNA to act as the foundation for a pure, undifferentiated Primarch gene stock template. The pure Primarch gene stock was then further differentiated into the 20 separate genetic templates that would serve as the individual Primarch's genomes. The data concerning the original engineering of the individual Primarch strands was later analyzed by a Raven Guard apothecary and a Magos janitor of the Mechanicum during the Horus Heresy. They discovered that certain of the individual Primarch samples had gene sequences deliberately deleted from the base pure Primarch genome, while other samples showed the addition of clearly non-human DNA. Intriguingly, the genome of the Primarch listed as a subject Roman had added canine-like DNA. Although it is not clear whether the sample numbers corresponded to the actual Primarchs of the Space Marine legions of the same number, this could explain the wolf-like affinity of Lemon Russ and the unexpected feral mutation of many space wolves as starts into the Wolfram. It is believed by modern Imperial scholars that there was more than just physical manipulation of the genetics involved in the creation of the Primarchs, and that the Emperor called upon many techniques of psychic sorcery derived from the warp to shape the extraordinary abilities and unnatural charisma of his transhuman gene sons. It is also now known that sometime during the Age of Technology, the man who would become the Emperor had travelled with several of his fellow perpetuals, including Olivia Sharika, to the world of Malech, a night world only a few light years distant from Terra, in a one-way spacecraft. Sharika watched as the Emperor entered a secret warp gate present on Malech, where he bargained with the powers of the Imperium to gain new abilities and knowledge, including most likely the techniques needed to create the Primarchs. Sharika was later tasked by the Emperor with remaining on Malech to guard the warp gate and keep others from using it until his armies returned millennia later to conquer it for the nascent Imperium of Man during the early days of the Great Crusade. The Emperor's use of this knowledge meant that the Primarchs were intended to be spiritually as well as physically engineered, and may explain why they possessed so much personal magnetism and charisma beyond what even their enhanced genetics would predict. But such arcane techniques also meant that the Primarchs were unusually vulnerable to the effects of chaos, since their souls would shine so brightly in the Imperium and draw the attention of demonic entities like moths to a candle flame. This is why the Emperor carefully inscribed arcane glyphs of protection on the Primarch's gestation capsules and crafted the most powerful Jella field ever made around a gene vault deep beneath the Imperial Palace in the Himalayan mountains where they were created. Unfortunately, this protection proved insufficient, for the Chaos Gods learned of the Emperor's plans and the existence of the Primarch Project. They decided they had no wish to see his attempt to weaken their power succeed by extending his new order of reason and scientific progress across the human-settled worlds of the galaxy. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Primarch Project, one of the most fascinating and pivotal chapters in Warhammer 40,000 lore. We hope you enjoyed this exploration of the Emperor's vision, the creation of the Primarchs, and their monumental impact on the galaxy. We delved into the Emperor's grand design and the purpose behind the creation of the Primarchs. We explored the scientific and arcane methods used in their creation. We uncovered the mysterious scattering of the Primarchs across the galaxy. We followed the Emperor's journey to reunite with his lost sons. We examined the crucial roles the Primarchs played during the Great Crusade. We touched on the tragic events of the Horus Heresy that reshaped the Imperium forever. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with fellow Warhammer enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on our latest lore videos, battle reports, and more. Join the conversation Have thoughts or questions about the Primarch Project or the Primarchs themselves? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from our community and discussing the intricate and rich lore of Warhammer 40,000. Stay connected. Stay tuned for more exciting content. Until next time, remember, in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war for the Emperor and his Primarchs.